In 1972, the Congress of the United States came about with the Clean Water Act. And the primary goal of the Clean Water Act was to clean up the nation's waters. In order to achieve that, Congress established effluent standards. They created the Environmental Protection Agency, and they set about a permitting program called the NPDES program, which stands for the National Pollutant Discharge and Relation System. And the major goal of the NPDES program was to, again, clean the nation's waters via the EPA, via a permitting system, which resulted in 50 some odd years ago, the town of Fairhaven built the wastewater treatment plant, which is on Arsene Street. During the past 50 years since the plant was built, the town has won numerous environmental awards for its consistent historical compliance. And matter of fact, our sewer superintendent, Linda Schick, was awarded the New England Water Environment Association Operator of the Year back in 2014. When the Clean Water Act came about 48 years ago now, nitrogen was not a parameter of concern, so it was not on anyone's, not only Fairhaven's, but it wasn't on anyone's permit list. But fast forward in the 48 years since the creation of the Clean Water Act, science has dictated that nitrogen discharges create algae blooms, and when you have an algae bloom, it really usurps a lot of the oxygen out of the water, and then you get deleterious marine species and oxygen depletions where you're discharging into. In 2017, the EPA issued the town of Fairhaven a new wastewater discharge permit. These are typically issued every 4 years, and ours came out in 2017. And for the first time since the plant has been in existence, 50 some odd years now, we were actually issued a nitrogen limit, which is a not to exceed number. After numerous negotiations with the EPA back and forth, the Board of Public Works and the Boards of Selectmen jointly signed what's called an administrative order. An administrative order is an agreement with due dates. So by this date you will do this, by this date you will do this, which is going to eventually see us comply with the new nitrogen limit that is contained in our permit. The administrative order will see some nitrogen removal capability at the plant at Arsene Street by the end of 2025, so 5 years from now, and compliance achieved a year following. As part of the compliance schedule / administrative order, we've had some milestones that we've had to complete. We have to send the EPA a quarterly update. We've done a cost-benefit analysis, looking at alternatives. Should we upgrade the plant? Should we tie into the city of New Bedford? Should we extend the pipe right now, which goes into the New Bedford Inner Harbor? Should we put that at the New Bedford Outer Harbor? And everything has indicated, again, cost-benefit-wise, that we should move forward with upgrading the plant. So the next big major milestone is for us to begin with the design of the nitrogen removal capability, as well as some of the associated upgrades to the treatment plant that has to happen concurrently. So the reason why the Board of Public Works has put forth this article under the sewer capital plan is to request town meeting the permission to borrow $2 million as part of the administrative order that we signed, as part of the consent decree that we have with the EPA, where we will have nitrogen removal capability by the end of 2025. So this right now is permission to, again, start the design, do some associated upgrades. In a couple of years from now, once the design has been put forth, then we're going to have to do some construction at whatever's eventually designed. And again, whatever's decided upon will have to be physically there by the end of 2025. So this is the first major step, if you will, and that's why we're asking town meeting to allow the sewer capital fund to be approved with this money.